Everyone. Today I'm going to bring you a review of a TED Talk by Dr. Denis Dumas, who is an associate professor of educational psychology at the Mary Frances Early College of Education, University of Georgia. He has done research on understanding the creativity of children, especially in educational contexts, and he is known for developing innovative statistical methods and models to measure and support creativity among students. His work emphasizes the importance of identifying highly creative students and providing them with the necessary support to thrive in their educational journeys. Uh, Dr. Dumas starts with his own experience. He was unfortunately not appreciated during his early years as being a particularly creative child because his teachers would consider him to be disruptive and not easily amenable to following direction. And he was, like prone to do his own thing, and as a result he had to sometimes, because of his personality, he had to withstand punishments, and he was flagged as a child who had behavioral problems. No one gauged that his behavioral problems were caused because of his creativity. uh, he was lucky that in the middle school there was an assessment done about creativity among all his class fellows, and he rightly was identified as being innovative and creative and very unique in his point of view. And it of course led to the development of individualized plans for him. So now his educators would view his behavior within a certain context and were ready to design curricula and activities for him which would foster his creativity. And he was literally saved by this assessment, and he has made it his life's work to make sure that children who are creative are not lost in the education system and are not mislabeled, and their attention and their potential is fully uh, you know fully realized and put to good use. So he uses the analogy of a dandelion. Now, a dandelion, while being a very important flower in the ecosystem, is considered a weed because it grows everywhere and it does not need to be tended. So, with this analogy, he in a way tells us that creativity is not that rare, that lots of children are creative in many different ways, and as educationists we need to cultivate that ability, because that is going to solve problems for us, and that is going to help us in the longer term. So uh, he remembers the test that he was assessed on. It was a puzzle, it was like a game, it was not hard for him, and it really he enjoyed doing it. And because he enjoyed doing it, he has developed an assessment program for creativity based on that very same model. uh, Analyzing data and conducting tests and universal screening for creativity is not possible in the traditional educational system, because of the sheer scope and the sheer magnitude of it. uh, how, where do we get so many psychologists? Who designs the test? How do you grade that test? It becomes a behemoth of a task. So he has appropriately used AI in the in the development, in the conduction of the tests, in the analyzing of the data. And for that, he and his team, first trained that AI by collecting responses from creative children from all over the world, from different cultures, different genders, different ages, and then all that data was coded by psychologists and programmed into the AI, and the AI is now able to judge all manner of data. So his tests, include a simple task which involves, a little bit of reading, uh, talking, writing, drawing, whatever the children are, good at, and it will assess creativity. And the AI is, has been properly trained by the influx of data which was, stored in its memory, and is able to identify that trait and, guide educationists accordingly. The basic, universal screener that AI uses is what is fun. Now, some children will come up with, things which they do consider fun, like eating ice cream, playing with their dog, playing with a friend, playing a certain video game. But some of them will come up with unusual ideas, like maybe, walking on the ceiling with a cookie dough hat. So that is certainly very, very creative. The tragedy of our educational system hitherto has been that, children are flagged because of their behavior, because educators are not very trained or very uh, aware of the creative mindset of students, and they tend to view disruption in the classroom as being a problematical, a sign of a problem. And the child is forever labeled as, being a problem child, and his potential is never entirely realized. Unfortunately, in the universal testing system, in the traditional sense, teachers recommended students who they considered to be immensely creative. Now that again makes for a biased judgment, because teachers naturally recommend children who are academically, scoring good grades, and who are academically more brilliant than the rest. So children who are not academically up there are maybe not even, considered for screening for creativity tests. And individualized educational plans sometimes, slip through the cracks, and they do not help a lot of children that they could be helping. So with the AI, based creativity test, which could be conducted anytime during the school hours, which is conducted by an AI, which is monitored by an AI, which is assessed by an AI which does not need to get paid, an AI which does not get tired, which can, sift and skim and, make sense of, like thousands and thousands of tests within a short span of time. This is the answer. So the answer is to, let the dandelions grow, let creativity foster, let it be gauged and assessed, and it should be celebrated, because it is all going to help the human condition in the end. So he has explained why creative children behave in a different way than others, why they become impatient, why they get easily bored, why then if they are easily bored, why they create disruption in the class. That is due to a chemical in the brain which is dopamine. So dopamine is a chemical which is released when you feel happy, when you feel a sense of achievement. So they are in a way going after the next dopamine rush. So individualized plans, first of all, they assessment. First, the identification of the truly creative children among our midst will help us in developing educational plans for them, which are, which foster their strengths, and ultimately they can also, like Dr. Our speaker, um, Dr. Denis, his name was, just a second, Denis Dumas. Yes. Like Dr. Denis Dumas, they can also become very productive and important members of society. Thank you very much.